We have seen some amazing Catholic blogs, podcasts, websites, but the Catholic Drinkie is one of our favorites. And joining us now is Sarah Vabulas, and thank you so much for being here, Sarah.
Oh, thanks for having me. I'm really thrilled to spend some time with you guys today.
All right, first, if you could tell us a little bit about the blog and what's brewing on Where Faith Meets Brew.
Well, I started the blog back in 2010 here in Boston, actually, at the Catholic New Media Conference, and it's just been such a blast to get to know people all over the country, all over the world, because we all are united under two things: our love of the Lord and for a good drink. So, I blog about beer or wine or, whatever the hot drinks are, for liquor-wise lately. And I recently started home brewing. So that's been really fun over the last year to learn how to home brew and give tips and tricks on Twitter and Facebook, just with people who share that hobby.
This whole concept was born right here in Boston. And what really within you made you combine your love for a good brew with your love for your Catholic faith?
Well, there's a number of things that drove that. The first of all is community building. Think about the way that young adults spend time together. We like to go and grab dinner together, which also usually includes a nice drink, whatever your choice may be. But also just the sense of the church united under something like this with all these monks. Today's the feast day of Saint Benedict, and all the monks. Think about all of the best brews in the world are made by monks. And so Wesleyan is actually the #1 beer in the whole entire world. And it is brewed by monks. And then just here in Massachusetts, which I'm very excited about, we have the first US-based Trappist brewery. So monks are brewing beer, and it's called Spencer. And it is, look at that, you got one.
I just happen to have a bottle right here, right behind the couch.
Wow.
You never know when a good brew is going to appear.
He usually has a lot of things like that behind the couch during the show.
Yeah, you just never know. But that is a great beer. It is not distributed outside of Massachusetts, but I have a lovely friend who sent me a couple of them. So I've been able to enjoy, and I had one on Easter, actually. So that was my Easter beer this year, and it's very good. So if you guys haven't had it yet, you should definitely pop one open.
I must admit, I have. It is very good.
And we've been talking about Atlanta, the great a city that you're from, and they had a great Eucharistic Congress there too. But you talked about being born here, I guess, in Boston, but talk about Boston, and there's a lot of great microbreweries around here, and it's a lot of, it seems to be taking off too. I think a lot of people are more involved in getting to know craft beers as well.
Oh yeah, craft beer is growing wildly while, these big macro breweries are shrinking in their sales every year, and it's because of breweries like Sam Adams, Harpoon. You guys up here in Massachusetts had some of the best beer in the country, and it's just a thrill to come and be able to tour some of these breweries and meet the brewers, hear their tips, so that I can take that home and do it in my little kitchen where I make some beer.
Speaking of Trappist Ale, on your great website blog, you have just posted a review, but that's where people need to go to find out more about the Catholic Drinkie, right? What is that website?
It's CatholicDrinkie.com, and you can also tweet at me, at CatholicDrinkie. And one of my favorite things about my Twitter presence is when people are out shopping at the store, they'll tweet at me to ask me what they should purchase. So they'll send me a picture of their beer selection, and I help them pick something. And I absolutely love when people tell me what they're enjoying and where they're having it. So.
Kevin, I know something you don't know. She's got some big news. Tell us.
Okay,
I do have some really big news. So this has been a secret, and no one knows except my very best friends, but Ligori Publications just signed me to a book contract.
Oh, great.
And so I'm going to be writing a book to be released in June of 2015, and it's going to be called The Catholic Drinkie's Guide to Homebrewed Evangelism.
Wow.
So I'm going to write about my home brewing and the sense of building community around drinks and home brewing, because I have all my friends come over and we talk theology while we brew, because it's about a 3-hour process, so it's fun. So I'm really excited to share my stories that I have, started in college, really, when I got to be legal age, and just share it with the world of how you can really evangelize to people that are Catholic, non-believers, through having a good drink.
Well, it's great to have you, Sarah. And I think, is that an exclusive? This is the
It is. It's an exclusive,
wow,
yeah.
Wow, this is great. Well, thanks so much for being there. And Catholic Drinkie, check it out and find out more about some great brews and your faith as well.